Printable Science presents a 3D printed shower or curtain rod hanger mount. Let's face it, if you've got a serious hobby, nothing's more annoying than real life knocking at the door and knocking until you finally have to put down what you're doing and get up and answer it. Okay, so here's the story. Because YouTube doesn't pay anything close to what you're thinking, the folks that work for Printable Science live in pretty modest digs. So here we are in my daughter's room. It's a tiny room, but wow, look, it has a closet. Now, once upon a time, this closet clearly had a door, but that ain't going to happen now, because if there were a door here and you wanted to open it, then you'd have to move the bed out of the room. And then the second thing is that my daughter likes cats a lot more than she likes doors. And I made the mistake of taking her along to IKEA about 2 years ago, and she saw this curtain with cats on it. And well, she said she didn't want a door because a bed was more important to her, and she wanted a cat curtain where the closet door should be anyway. Okay, so 2 years ago I buy her the cat curtain, and if I don't get around to getting this home handyman thing done soon, she'll be all grown up and have left home. So it's a simple task, really. You just buy a wood pole and you cut it to length, and you buy a shirt pole hanger at the friendly neighborhood hardware box store, and you're done. Here's what the closet pole hanger looks like. It's kind of underwhelming, but I guess it does the job. However, if you're persnickety like I am, then the basic design of the clothes rod hanger offends your design sensibilities. What's the problem? Well, first and foremost, this was designed for holding the rod that you hang clothes on in a closet. And that's okay, because once you get the clothes on it, then the weight of the clothes holds down the rod. But the application here calls for a curtain rod hanger, and the curtain just isn't that heavy. So I'm pretty convinced that every time my daughter moves the curtain, the pole's going to pop out of the hanger, and then boom, the dreaded stick on the floor. So here's what we do. We design a simple two-part hanger. The base is pretty much like your standard store-bought clothes rod hanger, with a lip to hold the pole in place, and some holes to accommodate the mounting screw, and a cutaway at the top so the pole can be lowered into place. But the cool part is on the outside of the rim, where the hanger is, there are these three protruding flanges. On the second piece of the mount, there's a hole that slips over the pole, and on the interior rim, there's matching indents for the flanges on the base. What this means is that all we have to do is slip the top part onto the pole, lower the pole into position into the base holder, slide the top over the base, and then twist it. And that will lock it in place and hold the pole in position so it can't be knocked out. Let's give it a go. This part was printed in PLA with a 4mm nozzle, 20% infill, 2 perimeters, and 3 top and bottom layers, and a layer height of 0.2 millimeters. Gentle angles means you shouldn't need a raft or a brim. And once the parts are printed, you should probably try a test fit. The first time you try and slide things into place, it may be kind of stiff, but that will loosen up with repeated attempts. And anyway, you're probably not going to be unfastening this a lot anyway. This mount was designed to accommodate a standard 1 3/8 inch diameter pole, but if you need a different diameter and you're a Printable Science Patreon supporter, you should check out our Patreon page to see how you can get a hold of mounts for different diameter poles. Putting the pole in position is on the same difficulty as hanging a picture. You take the base of the mount and place it halfway across the door jamb, and then make sure that the rod will be low enough to give the top of the curtain clearance under the top of the door jamb. Mark the position of the mount base, drill some pilot holes for the screw, and then screw the base into place. We're done, and in enough time that my daughter can enjoy it for at least a couple of years before she leaves home. Clearly, I am probably the best dad you could ever imagine. We hope our shower or curtain rod mount is of use to you, and that you find it useful for hanging up fabric around the house. Thanks for watching, and won't you help by becoming an important part of the Printable Science family and making this channel more valuable and successful? You can help us out by taking the time to watch this video in its entirety, and other Printable Science videos as well, perhaps while your 3D printer is printing off this project. You can leave comments and questions below. That will help us to continue to create useful videos and 3D STL files that are printer ready and help you to maximize the power and utility of your 3D printer. Your feedback is very important. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button. And if you have just a moment, won't you show your support by clicking the subscribe button below. If you want to make sure you don't miss our upcoming videos on 3D printing, you'll want to click on the notify bell as well. And please, consider supporting Printable Science on Patreon using the link supplied below. Being a Patreon supporter provides you with lots of extras and additional information, as well as going a long way to defray the cost of making these files and videos. Down below, you'll also find a link where you can download a copy of the STL files from Thingiverse so that you can print your own curtain or shower rod mount. As always, you can download a copy of the STL files for this and other projects directly from our website. The latest files and a discussion board on hanging fabric are available at the PrintableScience.com website, where all the science that fits, we print.